Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, Farm Pumpkin Patch edition. Today we are with Larry Maxwell from Maxwell's Pumpkin Farm. Is that right?
I think you got it. That's right.
All right. Larry, thanks for joining us.
Yes, great to be here. Thanks
Larry,
for having me.
Getting people together and out of their homes in part of a community is so vital to the health of the world. So first of all, thank you for what you do. Secondly, Larry, give us a little background on you. Talk a little bit about where you grew up. Talk a little bit about your family, and then, of course, the farm.
Great. Well, thank you. Yes, grew up right here in Amarillo. Lived here my whole life, except when I went off to school to Abilene Christian University and got a finance degree. So that's kind of the prerequisite to grow pumpkins, I guess, is to go get a finance degree. So it's kind of weird how the twists and turns God takes for you sometimes, but
Yes,
but we're having fun. I've raised 3 kids right here in Amarillo. I've got 4 grandchildren. So they've all grown up and left Amarillo. So, but get to see they're all still in Texas, so that's good. But yeah, started the farm in 2008, and this will be our 16th season, which is hard for me to believe. But we just basically started from nothing, Jake, and just kind of kept growing year after year. And like you were saying, it's a great opportunity for families to spend time together, get out of the house, get away from the TV, all the tech, all that stuff. Get out here and have some fun at the farm. We've got some really fun, unique activities that you just don't see other places. So anyway,
yes,
we're geared up. It's going to be here before we know it.
Okay, so let's jump in. When people hop out of their cars, what are they going to see? What are they going to experience?
So the first thing, once they get through the parking lot, get through the ticket booth, they're going to see a bunch of animals. Probably the first thing we've got llamas, alpacas, donkeys, miniature donkeys, goats, and that's super popular. We're kind of reworking that whole area this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So they can buy food and feed those animals, and that's probably one of the most popular events for sure. That's the first thing they're going to see when they come through the gate. So, but yeah, there's over 30 activities. So we've just kind of added here through the years, and
Wow.
every year I hear people say, "Gosh, we thought we were going to be done in a couple of hours, and we've been here all day." So there's just a lot to do, and hopefully the kids, everybody will be wore out time they leave.
Yeah. Okay. So if they're going to be there all day, I'm assuming you're going to feed them. My next question is this: what are people going to smell? And by that, man, I don't mean farm animals. I mean foods, drinks. What are they going to smell in the air?
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of part of the growing pains is having enough concessions for everybody. But yes, you will smell the smokehouse pretty quick. Great food at the smokehouse. We've got, of course, some of the old good fare foods like your hand battered corn dogs and Frito pies. We've got fresh squeezed lemonade, kettle corn. uh, yeah, we're adding some more stuff this year, but yeah, plenty of good food to so they can stick around. That's great.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So, Larry, why did you start this? Where did this endeavor come from? Let's talk about that first.
Sure. This is kind of my third business hat, and kind of sold out of some real estate that I had and was just kind of trying to figure out what was next. And a good friend at church has a brother that has a farm in Moriarty, New Mexico, called McCall's Pumpkin Patch. And so I went over there, visited his place, just super nice family, got to know him real well, and just decided, there's nothing like that here in Amarillo, and just kind of decided to go for it. I've been farming this land we're on since 1997, and so anyway, just decided to jump in, and there's a network of folks doing this same thing all over the country, and everybody is so friendly to help and give you ideas. And there's a million of them, and you just we're not competing against each other. Everybody's in their own little niche, and so it's just been a great group to be a part of, and really that's kind of how it started.
What's the favorite thing for you? Why keep doing this? It's a lot of work. I mean, obviously.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, Jake. But really, what keeps me going is to see these families come out and see the smiles and the laughs and the having fun. One of my favorite visual memories that I'll have forever was standing by one of our slides. Well, I see Mama come down the slide. Then I see the little girl come down the slide, and then here comes Grandma down the slide. So we had three generations come down that slide, and I just have to be right there, and you got to see it. Just stuff like that. That's what keeps me going, and know that people are looking forward to coming to the farm. We've had people that have come, brought their kids, and every year for years and years, just watched them grow up.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it's all about. I mean, it really, really is. If you're doing it for the right reasons, whatever you're doing as you go through there. Larry, talk about your family's involvement. This is obviously a family endeavor, and takes a little bit of everybody from everything as you go through the generations. Number one, how many generations do you have working on the farm, and what's the future look like?
Of course, I was involved when we started it back in 2008. And like I said, all of my kids have worked here growing up. And I guess it was too much work because they all scattered and went other places. So, but my wife is involved. She taught school for 30 years and just recently retired. So she's involved. And I'm telling you, Jake, we've got some great help. I mean, I'm so blessed with folks that have just jumped in and helped us every year. It's just a kind of it initially started as a seasonal business, and really it's year round now. And we added a Christmas event. This will be our fourth year to do that. So we have a quick transition from pumpkins and that to Christmas. And so that we look forward to that too. We really light this place up, and it really looks cool.
No, absolutely. That's a great idea. And I think we're seeing that evolution of agritourism hitting different times and seasons. That makes a lot of sense. How did people find out more about your farm, Larry?
Sure. Of course, the best way is just get on our website at maxwellspumpkinfarm.com. And man, you can find everything you want to on there. We try to keep that really up to date on what's going on. And of course, our season this year will begin September 16th. We added sunflowers here a couple of years ago, and those are being the early weekends, 2 or 3 or 4 weekends maybe, and that's been super popular. So yeah, just get on our website, and it's fun. That's another part, Jake, that I enjoy meeting people from all over. It's amazing to me where people come from. And so I enjoy meeting those folks and knowing where they're from, how many times they've been to the farm, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, I'll agree with you there. That's one of the coolest things about my job is the people that we meet. Hands down, absolutely, for sure.
Yep.
Very good, very good. Well, Larry, thank you for being on with us today. I appreciate it greatly.
Yes, very nice to meet you. Thanks again for having me.
You bet. Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go if you want to?